Well, I couldn't have timed that better with the music ending. The music's actually supposed to be going on, but it happened to end right as I was coming on. Hi, everybody. I am Lauren, Mrs. Tomato Head, and this is my Thursday weekly show called Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. I'm really glad you're all here. I've been doing a lot of lives lately with the holidays coming up. If you're watching the recording, today is December 12th, 2024. I've had some unboxings I've been wanting to do. My daughter comes home on Monday, so I've crammed a lot into the last couple of weeks, but this Thursday is pretty much a staple. I actually haven't looked ahead to see if any holidays fall on a Thursday. I may cancel the one after the day after Christmas. That's probably likely. But I think that's it. Just the 26th, I will cancel to be with family. So anyway, I'm so glad you're here. What I do during this weekly show is I bring you 10-ish varieties of tomatoes that I am obsessed with at the moment. And you can trust me that I always have at least 10-ish varieties I'm obsessed with at the moment. And I like to come live because I like to bring all of you guys into the conversation because it's not fun by myself. I like to do it with all of you. And I try to get as many of your comments on the screen as I can. So let's see who's here. Hi, Dee. Glad you're here. Oh, wow. You are here early. Hi, Diana. Nice to see you here. Lucas is here. Hi, Lucas. And Sherman is here. Hi, Sherman. Happy to be here. Happy Awesome Sauce Thursday. And he says, always ready to learn about new varieties. I had asked before I went live on my YouTube, what do you call it? I guess my YouTube video, I had asked in the comments, see if you guys were ready to talk tomatoes again. And Randy says we are. Hi, Rowena. Glad you're here. Oh, my buddy Joy. Jen Joy is here. Hey, buddy. Glad you're here. Hi, sweetheart. Always ready for more tomatoes. We have to get our Tomato Talk Live going. We missed, was it last Friday? It was last Friday. Hi, Teresa. Glad you're here. I've got some exciting things to show you guys today. Some, not really an exciting announcement, but like an announcement before the announcement that I'm really excited about. So you would think that, hi, Deborah. Glad you're here. You would think that since I've come to you, I think just about every day this week, maybe every day this week, you would think that I would run out of things to talk about. But alas, no, I don't. When I'm talking about tomatoes, it can go on and on and on. And for those of you who have watched the unboxings I've done this week, thanks for hanging in there with me. I hope you've enjoyed them. I always recommend when you watch my show, have a notebook and a pen handy because you may just find a variety or two that you want to find yourself. I think I've got a number of varieties I'm talking about today that are not easy to find at all. I try not to do that, but there's some that I get really excited about. And you guys have become really great tomato researchers also. So perhaps you have better luck than I will. What I'm doing, though, is there's some that I don't find them for sale, but I can at least find a listing of a place, maybe in Russia or something like that, where maybe you can't order, but you can at least go to the link and see the research or the, information that I've gotten. So I try to do that a little bit more today. Hi, Sam. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here all the way from Illinois, homegrown in Illinois. By the way, Sam's got a great shop called Homegrown. Is it homegrownillinois.com, Sam? She sells tomatoes and peppers too, I think. So check her out. Hi, Naray. Glad you're here. Are we early? No. Looks like you only answered that 6 minutes ago. Oh, maybe I was a little late. That's likely. Hi, Amy. Thanks for being here. Oh, and our friend Nicole Smith Gardening is here. Thanks for being here, Nicole. Michelle's here. Harley's here. If you're not a member of our group, Jen, Keena, and I run it together. It is Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. And we've been around since July of 2023. And we're really a great place for the tomato enthusiast or the tomato head in training to come and learn about tomatoes and have fun and possibly swap seeds and just enjoy each other's harvests, epic fail. We don't enjoy the epic fails, but the epic fails and the great big wins. We're really just kind of in one-stop shopping, so to speak. We don't sell anything, but one-stop shopping for the tomato head in all of us. And I think if we were to get our hands on people being a tomato head, I bet we could convert them to tomato heads, I think. Who else we have? Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Glad you're here. Welcome. And Sherva, thanks for being here. Oh, I see some people here, and I tend to not, bugged again. I tend to not mention the name of people who have donated things to me. Not, I guess donated is, I guess it is the right word. Things that have been on my most wanted list or things I've shared on here that I don't have that I would really like. I've got a number of those today that I've gotten very, very recently from a few of our wonderful tomato heads. And I'm super excited about. So I tend to not share the names because I don't want to put them in a bad spot. There's a few that have given me permission to use names, but I tend to not. So if you know that you were the one and want to say something, it's up to you, but I tend to not do that. But I will just say, and this, I actually have it on my announcements today. I just want to thank you all so much for your generosity. Completely, when you see that I'm looking for something, my most wanted of last week, Abanias, was found by a very generous member. So thank you. Part of my Spanish pink obsession at the moment. So thank you very much. It's not expected at all. As you know, those of you that have been watching for a while, I normally give out 5 seed prizes per week, and I stopped maybe about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, just because I'm really backed up with things. I just got out the last of my grow outs. I hosted 2 grow outs this year, as did Kina, as did Jen, with the exception of those on my teams that are in Canada. Those are all out. And I know a few of us, I think Jen's, I don't know. I don't want to speak for Jen. I know Kina, being in Norway, she had some that either didn't make it or made it late. I had at least one on each of my teams that really needed more time than November 1st, which meant that I needed more time and it cut into Thanksgiving. So mine are now out, except if you're in Canada. So, and chances are I have sent you a photo of the label so you know it is out. If anybody, Team Fred and Bill, if you're on Team Fred and Bill, you should all have received yours yet, except if you're in Canada. Jarson, I printed the labels 2 days ago. I just went to the post office today, so it'll be a few days. Speaking of girls, hi, Sue. I don't know if I got you yet, Sue. Hi, thank you for being here. Best week ever? Is it the best week ever? Why, so much tomato talk, or did you have a good week? Speaking of grow outs, so this is the announcement that's leading up to the announcement. Jen, Kina, and I are ready to announce, and I'll put the announcement up in the group after the show. We've decided, we've kind of, what's the right word? We've compiled the list of categories for our 2025 grow outs. We're making a few changes, but overall we decided that it worked well. What a grow out is, for those of you that may not know, I shouldn't assume that you know, is we last year for the 2024 season, we chose teams of up to 15 members who commit to growing a variety in a certain category. And you can sign up for 2 categories in 2025. You only get chosen for one, though. And unfortunately, our group is so big, we cannot choose everybody. But and so you grow it out. And then at the end, you send your captain or host seeds, packets of 10 seeds. We're going to up that from 15 to 25, not 25, 15 to 20 packs this year. And then everybody gets gifted with seeds from their entire team. It's really great. It costs $6 US. And it was a lot of fun. There were a few things that we're going to do differently this year. But anyway, so we're ready to announce our categories. They are awesome sauce. The 3 of us are freaking out. And I shouldn't even just say the 3 of us, because we have 2 very, very, very generous members who have agreed to each take on a category for us this year so we can offer more. So Kina, Jen, and I are each going to go from 2 to 3 categories, and that's up to 15 people. And then Linda Wicker Downing and Michael Kelly have both agreed to take on categories. So thank you. If you either one of you or both are watching, thank you so much. So our goal is to offer as many opportunities for people to take part in the grow out as possible. We're going to have at least a few alternates per team. I had some on my team. I don't know about Jen. I know Kina did too, who weren't able to provide seeds and didn't provide an alternate for us either. So, we made up for it, of course. And there are many generous members on my teams who gave more than one variety, which was great. But and we didn't ask people to send in photos at all during the last season. We thought, we'd be as hands off and not micromanage as possible. But if we can bring an alternate on board, if your plant isn't going to make it, it behooves us to do that. So a few changes, but thank you again, Michael and Linda. And so look for the announcement of the categories in the group after the show is over, depending on what time it is. Hopefully it's not too long today, but they are amazing. We are super excited. We think you guys are too. We think it really, this year in particular, really encompasses a lot of the tomato world. So, and some are really fun and others, well, you'll just have to see. I don't want to give too much away, but I hope you guys are excited as we are. You'd think we'd want a break after just getting our grow outs out, but no, we're ready to go. And we got some feedback last season. I think we didn't announce the categories until maybe mid to end of January. And we got some feedback from at least one member, maybe more, from down south, like Florida, where they start their seeds early. And, understandably, like they said, this one person I remember said that he had already started his seed, so it's a little too late. So we thought we would announce it, now midway through December, to give you the opportunity to get seeds if you're looking to participate in a grow out, kind of, purchase or trade for seeds in one of the categories or more, and then give you ample time to get those seeds started. So that's why we're going to be announcing, and that'll be after the show. And we wish everybody could take part in a grow out, but we had a really good first go around, and we want to step it up, and we are going to, but we have to be mindful to not make it too crazy because it happens during the holidays, and we have things going on as well. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you. Hi, Jamie. Sorry I'm late. Had to make a cup of coffee. I've got a cup of coffee sitting here in my grateful mug. Rob and I have changed our way of making coffee lately. We've started the French press method for a couple of reasons. It makes a really good cup of coffee. It's a little bit more of a pain in the neck than the Keurig machine, but and I don't need my coffee hot like Rob does. I know many of you out there are like, it must be hot. I'm not like that. This is room temperature. It's been sitting here for like 2 hours. And it's really good. Although I should not be drinking because my time, it is 4:00 in the afternoon, and I'll be like bling wide awake at night. Those of you watching my unboxing yesterday know somebody asked me, being in New Jersey, about the drones. If you didn't know about them yesterday, you may now. It's reached national, I think international news. In New Jersey, there are these drones the size of cars that have been coming out every night except when it's raining, and nobody knows what they are. And whoever does know what they are is not telling us anything. It feels like an invasion. I don't think they're UFOs or anything like that, but it feels like an invasion of privacy, and it's very unnerving. So if anybody else is out there from New Jersey and you see them, we go out on our front porch, look up at the sky. They only come out at night, kind of dusk until into the night. And I can look out and see at least 10 of them. It's gotten more and more, and it's really concerning. So somebody needs to say something to keep us from freaking out, or if they can't say something for our own safety, just say that, please. That would make us feel a lot better. Hi, Tara Dev. Thanks for being here. Oh, Malachi Jen, I am so excited to see Riley. Thank you. Riley's my daughter. I shouldn't assume that all of you watch every week. So I do tend to repeat things. because I don't assume that everybody watches me. So my daughter is named Riley. She's an actress and singer from Manhattan, trying to make it big on Broadway. She actually got a offer for an off-Broadway show while she's been away, but she's just ending up her 9-month contract with Disney playing the princess with the glass slipper, Cinderella, on the Disney Wish cruise. She's been gone since April, and she comes home on Monday. So I could cry. It's going to be so nice having her home for at least the Christmas break, and she'll find out what she wants to do. I think she may sign up for another one, but I'm happy for her. She loved it. Hi, Donna. I need some cheering up. It's been a shocking and depressing day. I need to get in my happy place. Well, challenge accepted, my friend. I am sorry that it's been a, a bad day. Excuse me. I'm, excuse me. I'm having a good day today. It hasn't been the greatest week, but today's been a good day. Honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with doing so many lives and talking to you guys. But Don, I hope I can bring a smile to your face, and all of our tomato family here will surely bring a smile to your face. Let me get rid of our logo here. Did I say to join Tomato Lovers Collective and swap, or did I just put the logo up? I did. Join us on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, join and just become a member of our community. You won't be sorry. It's a really great place. Zero drama, and we mean it, zero drama. Who else do we have? Did I get everybody yet? I'm very ready and willing to reschedule our Tomato Talk Live for any time. I love you. I love you back, my friend. Make me cry. Hi, Rolanda. Glad you're here. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for being here. And Pretty's here. Hi, Pretty. Becoming a green stalker. Hey there. And Donna says, I need micro tomato recommendations. I'm going to do an entire green stalk out of them. I'm going to winter sow them. Oh, my friend, I've got some recommendations. I got a new one yesterday. Let me see if I can pull it up and share the screen. It's not an easy site to get to. Hang on, let me see. I got my hands on one that I've been looking for a while. It's a Russian one. Okay. So I got it from a Hungarian site that I've used. Let me pull this up. I'm not saying you should get this one because, you can. This isn't it. You certainly can. It's hard to come by, but I'm excited for me. If you know me and my work at all, you know that joint effort with Jen and Kina, of course, we have a complete micro dwarf tomato and mini dwarf spreadsheet in the group as a resource for everybody, and we constantly update it. And I still haven't put up my album of all my micros I grew this year, but I've got lots and lots of good ones, more favorites than I had last year. But let me show you what I just got my hands on yesterday. I didn't think it was coming. This is a Hungarian site. Let's see, what the heck is it called? I know what it's, I don't know if it's going to come up if I put the English. Oh, here it is. I'm really excited for this, and some of you may have it on your wish list too. It is on our spreadsheet as a resource, but I didn't think I'd get my hands on it. It's called Children's Sweet Cream, or Sweet for Children. And so I ordered from this Hungarian site. I only ordered a couple things because I didn't know if I'd ever get it. And I was looking at the date I ordered it, which was the 3rd week of October. And I thought for sure it's not coming. And I told Kina and Jen this yesterday. Boom, it shows up yesterday in a plain envelope. I only ordered like 5 or 6 things, including a couple Jarsons, as if I needed more. I'll put the link in the chat. So obviously here in the United States, I did not have issues with ordering. It just took a long time. And I don't know how this variety is, to be honest with you. I just put it in the chat. But I'm excited about it. But I definitely have some recommendations, as I'm sure many people in the chat will as well. Black Patio is a great one. Vorony Glass, Chernichka. If you look at my spreadsheet, let me see if I can pull up the spreadsheet. I'll put the link right in. I try to keep all these spreadsheets out, the windows closed during my show, because I've been known to freeze up and stuff. Okay, I've got the link. putting this in the chat. This is the TLC Micro Mini Dwarf Master Spreadsheet. And you will find all kinds of things in here. If I've grown it, my review and my photos are on there, including if it's a newer one that I've tasted, Brick Score, which tests for the sugars in the tomatoes. Okay, there it is in the comments. But you can always find it in our group guides. It is always there. So, Justin, you're doing it again. Upside down. How do you do that? He does this, I found out, because he's from down under in Australia, but I don't know how you do the upside down. That's super cool. You could start calling me Blinky. I figured out how to get the lights going again. You can call me Blinky. What am I missing? Yes, Rowena, it is exciting news regarding the grow outs. And Michelle, South Alabama starts early too. Yeah, we had talked about it, and then last year it kind of snuck up on us, and we're like, oh, we better get this going. So this year we're prepared. And Francis, same. So keep an eye on the group, and I will make an intention to announce the categories after the show. Were they, Rowena? The drones were on the Canadian news. I'm not surprised. There was some, no, I shouldn't say it. There was some crazy representative on the news yesterday who said some crazy thing, which I tend to not believe. Francis, the drones are trying to steal Lauren and James Prigioni's gardening secrets. Do not be alarmed. Yes. I love it. Just being mentioned in the same sentence as James Prigioni. They're like, why is that person's entire yard? What are those beds? Like, what are they doing? That's a little sus, as the kids say now, right? Suspicious. Is it my power company? I don't know. Hi, Haley. Thanks for being here. Did I ever say hi to you? I forget. Have I read my Facebook messages? I have not read them. Maybe in a couple hours. There are some I missed yesterday too. It's been a busy few days, but I will make an intention if you sent me something. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. And yes, I read it. And I'm going to be talking about it without mentioning names. I have Heidi. That is you, Heidi, right? You've gone becoming a green stalker, but your profile's Green Thumb Gardener, so that must be you. Oh, yes, I have. Gigi's Glory is a great one. Absolutely, a great micro dwarf. I know I always have a lot of conversations going on at the same time. That's bred by Heidi Schmaltz-Dolan, a friend and member of our group. She also ran the, what does she call it on Instagram? The rare tomato grow out or something like that. I think everybody's just getting theirs now. Hi, blah, blah. Glad you're here. Did I say hi to you, Brianna? I don't remember. Hi there. And hi, Sri Devi. Thanks for being here. Heidi, it is cold today, isn't it? Had to go to the post office. You did, TN Fishkeeper? A tomato misfit becomes a tomato head. Yay! Excellent. Excellent. Hi, Teresa. I'm glad you're looking forward to doing a grow out this year. Yeah, unfortunately, not everybody's going to be able to get a chance, but we want to give as many people the opportunity to do that. And that's why we asked a few people who have offered help in the past with other things, and why Kina and Jen and I are both taking an extra one for next year. Did you hear a lot of weird things about the drones today? Yeah, there's all of a sudden there was no information. Now all this weird stuff's coming out. Heidi, I see your message. Yeah, let's talk afterwards. Rare seed swap. That's what it's called. Yes. Yes. Yvette, hello from France. Hey there, everybody. So what else did I want to say? So if you watched, I did a special spotlight earlier in the week, just a couple days ago on a couple I met. Somebody had sent me a link to a tomato t-shirt that I did not own, which was shocking in and of itself. And then I looked at their site and they had like 3 pages of tomato shirts that I do not own. Like completely new stuff. You see a lot of the tomato shirts with "I love you from my head to my toes" and "Tomato Whisper" and stuff. And believe me, I own those, but these were very unique, not only sayings, but really cute designs. So I reached out to them. Tim and Darylyn are their names, and they've started a business called Inspired Garden Life. And they just decided to share their love of gardening and pursue this passion project for the second part of their life. Let me show you who they are. Here they are. And we've actually become quite friendly over the past week. They're very nice people, very, very grateful for the just being put out there. And I put something in our group about it, and also on my Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head page. Please share this with all your garden groups. They make great Christmas gifts. I'm bringing them up again now because today is the last day you can order to get it by Christmas. And they only ship within the United States at the moment, but they're looking to expand that for next year. They've also offered us a coupon code. So today's also the last day of their 25% off holiday special. And then on top of that 25% off, they're offering an ongoing code for Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap and our sister groups. And you can certainly use this code in your other gardening groups as well. It's TLC15. So thank you, Tim and Darylyn. I don't know if you're watching or not, but I just wanted to put that out there. If you guys started filling up a cart, make sure if you want it for Christmas, do it today. And then if you want that extra 25% off, the stuff is so cute and cool. Okay, I think that's it. Who's ready to talk some tomatoes? Okay, totally blanked out for a minute. I was trying to think if I had to switch screens. Thank you. Shared. Thanks for your kindness. Curly says no fear on the drones. If there was a threat, our stealths could take them out in 5 seconds. Don't be afraid. The thing is, like, everybody's like, shoot them down. Well, first of all, if you shoot them down, they're big. Supposedly they're the size of SUVs. They could hurt somebody. And second of all, apparently that's illegal. I don't know how it's not illegal for them to just be. Apparently they're going in like a grid. So it seems like they're looking for something. Francis says, very cool shirts ordered, and I'm not even sorry. They make great conversation at seed swaps and festivals. They do. They do. Yeah, Justin, this has been talked about, but it's not. Aren't the drones Amazon delivery drones delivering Christmas packages? That was one of the first things people thought, and it's not Amazon. These are, and they're not something that some kid, could purchase either, or even a hobbyist. These are like, I don't know if military style drones is a thing, but it's interfering with, like, apparently medevacs, or at least one medevac had to reroute. Football is all worried. Honestly, football is the last thing I'm concerned about, but it seems like a breach of privacy is what it seems like. Okay, so let's get on with some tomatoes. So did I put that on? I didn't mean to put this one on first. Did I? Yeah, I keep putting my most wanted on first, and I keep meaning to put it on last. So my friend James Maxwell today just gave me what was on my most wanted post. If you don't know, in our group, we have an ongoing post for your number one most wanted variety. You put it up there, and hopefully somebody finds it for you, or, sends you the seeds. And then once that's trade's been established, or, giving them your address so they can send it to you, you can delete that and put up a new one. So I had one up there. It wasn't up very long because, I couldn't find it anywhere. Honestly, if I can find something and order it, I do, which isn't always a good thing. I don't recommend it. You can put it in for a trade. But that one I could not find. And I'm going to be showing that in a couple minutes. I think that's on this today. Yes, it is. So I've put up a new one, and this is another Spanish one, which shouldn't come as a surprise. It's called Rosa Sutile or Subtle Rose. What do I know about it? Tomato Faifu. If you haven't noticed, Tomato Faifu has a lot listed, but not a lot for sale. And I've just gotten an email back. I sent them an email, gosh, probably about 4 to 6 weeks ago, asking them if they were releasing anything new this year. The original owner of Tomato Faifu, which is spelled Fifou, he got ill, I believe is the story, and then another company called Terre de Cycle. What country is it? Belgium? No, it's not France. It might be Belgium. I think it's Belgium. That company came in to help out, and so last year they did release new things, and I was super excited because I wanted Krimsky Malahit. I don't know how I didn't think of that. That was on my most wanted for what felt like forever. A cross between Black Krim and Malachite box. And they were the only ones that even had it listed that I could find. So I loaded up with stuff from last year, and I grew several of their things too. So I wanted to find out, once the end of like September, October comes around, a lot of vendors have their new stuff out. So, and I did know that my contact at Terre de Cycle, I got an email from her saying she left Tomato Faifu. So I wasn't sure who to contact. I emailed them, never got back to me. But yesterday they got back to me, and he said he kind of threw somebody under the bus, saying they kind of ruined their season, which I didn't think was very nice. And they will not be releasing new things. However, I use them a lot because they've got Tomato Faifu, because they have amazing photos. They've got great information. So it's a great resource, even if you can't find stuff for sale. And it is a bit of a haze when you're like, oh, they've got it. And no, it's just a listing for it. They don't sell it. But I did have a good experience. I've only ordered from them once. I did have a good experience, but unfortunately they're out of stock on a lot, probably because of Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. So anyway, I digress. Here's what Tomato Faifu says about it. Pink fruit from 200 to 400 grams, beefsteak type, flattened at the poles, ribbed at the top, and with more or less plump shoulders, thick and juicy beef, excellent flavor of the level of the best roses. So I'm collecting a lot of roses, rosados, like Negro de, these are all a lot of the beginnings of Spanish varieties. So Rosa, Rosada, Negro. So this says it's one of the best of the pinks, the Spanish pinks. I need it. Need in quotes, of course. I don't know how I'm going to choose which ones to grow next year. Excellent. Yeah, best of the roses, robust plant with great development, regular foliage, indeterminate growth, good production second half of the season. So that's Rosa Sutile or Subtle Rose. The problem with the Spanish varieties is I feel like whenever I find a new one, they're like, this won the taste test of, Madrid or whatever, stuff from Spain. And there's so many, they're known for their pink tomatoes. And they have too many tomato tasting contests because I want everything that wins a prize. But now that I read this is the best of the roses, it's my most wanted. We're still talking about the drones. I'm told they're spy drones. Well, that's sure is what they feel like, Donna, completely. They are around military bases, but I'm out in the boondocks. There is no military base around me. It's in most of New Jersey, except for southern New Jersey. And then there's like a small strip through the center. But if you Google the drones in New Jersey and see the state, it's most of the state. I've heard they're starting to migrate a little bit into New York. But why New Jersey? Why New Jersey? We're the Garden State. We're not doing anything wrong. Maybe I grow a few too many tomatoes, if there is such a thing. But yeah, it's really concerning. And it's not just like one random drone going around. I bet it's starting to get dark out. I bet in about an hour, I could go out and see a whole bunch. It's concerning. Thanks, Yvette. Yes, it is Belgium. And I love pink style tomatoes. Okay, so that is that one. The next one, I don't even know where to begin. I've wanted this one. It's a new one. I don't believe it's released yet at all. I wasn't actively seeking it, but I kind of did put it out there a few times that I couldn't wait to grow it. And I didn't want to put anybody. I know the person who bred it, and she gave me her 2 new ones last year, and I felt so honored. So I got this unexpected private message just last night from a very good friend who has given me the biggest gift. Like, this is part of the reason why my day is so good today. This is a new one by Terra Nova Farms, Teresa Smith. She is in our group, called Tupelo Honey. I put OMG next to it. Look at this thing. Just look at this thing. You know who you are, who so kindly offered some seeds to me without ever being asked. And I thank you. Thank you. It's called, did I already say Tupelo Honey? It's got this, what would you even describe the color as? It's like kind of cinnamon, kind of spicy. It's a little bit deeper color than her Earth Angel, which was one of her releases last year. That and Pixie Fire was a elongated bullet cherry that she gave me seeds for that was also new last year. I don't even know what to say. I don't know much about it other than, she's put pictures up. When I found out last night I was getting it, I took all the pictures I could find. Isn't this just the most gorgeous tomato? And I know she really loves the ochre colors. She collects ochre color tomatoes. So this is really special. Yeah, sure. Stay online until the drones come out and take the camera outside so we can all see them. I can't move my desktop, unfortunately, but I will take a video if they're out tonight. They've only not been out, I think, last night and Thanksgiving. Those are the days that it's rained, so I don't think it's raining. Justin, you can use the prize wheel to choose what tomatoes to grow next year. I don't know. That's a little too random for me. The name is unique and it fits it. Yes, Teresa is from North Carolina, and she did these amazing fundraisers. Is that a Southern tomato? She did these amazing fundraisers and offered, this one included to the highest bidder, and she gave the funds towards Hurricane Helene relief. So, she's not selling them at this point. How she releases them, I'm not really sure. Yeah, Missy, me too. Very excited. Rob and I were watching a TV show we're watching. What is it called? It's something about the Irish Republican Army on Hulu. That's pretty good. But as soon as I got the message from this friend who's given me some seeds for it, I completely zoned out. I'm typing away and looking at pictures and stuff. So thank you so much. It looks like an OMG. It sure does it not? What a treat. There's no way I'm only growing one plant of this one this year. No way. Is it, Jen? Tupelo Honey is my most wanted. I need. That color is insane. Jen, we're going to have to do our meet in person. We have to make this like a yearly thing. We did it in April last year, and I was able to give sucker plants to you, and Cynthia Floyd was also there. I know I gave some sucker plants of Teresa's stuff to Heidi because she lives locally. So I'll have to start it early and do some suckers. Isn't it gorgeous? Nicole, I know. I just can't even believe it. I'm so grateful. Blah, blah, beautiful interior. And Missy, I would have done a happy dance. I sure did. It is a Southern tomato just because Teresa is from the South. I'm not sure the correlation between Tupelo Honey and her, but she is South. And I don't know how much money she raised. It wasn't just this that she gave away. She's also known for dahlias. I think maybe zinnias too. And she compiled a whole bunch of prize packages And she made a lot of money towards Helene relief. So I really honor that so much. What camera did you use when you to tour your garden with us? I used my phone. And I did that directly on YouTube Live because this platform I use, EV Mux, doesn't really conform to mobile devices as far as filming yet. Hi, Linda. That looks like a honey of a tomato for sure, doesn't it? Tan Fish Keeper. Oh, thank you for sharing about Inspired Garden Life. Notice they're flying over New Jersey and not Tennessee, where I live. The people would be taking pop shots at the drones. Talk later. From the new Tomato Head. We actually don't own a gun, but I'm all for shooting them down, but apparently it's very illegal. Yeah, I don't know. Tupelo, Mississippi, maybe. When I Googled Tupelo honey, it is a thing. But I don't know what the correlation is. It does look like honey, does it not? So maybe she just thought it looked like Tupelo honey. I'm not really sure. Yeah, Teresa, you're right. It does look like a lot like Thorburns terracotta. You're right. I liked that tomato a lot. Kina grows it every year. She loves it, loves it. Oh, I know, Kelly. I wish I could bring sucker plants over the border. Me too. Jen, oh, absolutely. Our spring meetup to swap seedlings for sure, but I'm desperate for a winter one. For just some face-to-face time, we should do that. I still don't know when I'm going to Florida with my parents yet. I think I'm pushing it off a little bit later this year. We'll have to talk. Maybe we can do that seed swap if I'm still around. I want to spend as much time with Riley as I can while she's still home. Yeah, Tan Fish Keeper is a troublemaker, but I'm all for if somebody wants to shoot them down, somebody's got to figure out what they are. And I don't mean to be a downer with all this stuff. I'm not an alarmist at all. I don't catastrophize things at all. This is concerning. It just is. And while it may not sound like much, if you looked out your window, door, and saw these, I think you might be concerned. So thank you very much for my angel tomato donor for gifting me seeds for this. What a nice surprise. And it's funny too, I mentioned Teresa put up a photo on her Instagram of somebody else. Perry Cho is growing her Tupelo honey. He's from, I think, maybe the Philippines. So he's starting his seeds already. Actually, beyond that, he's got a ripening Tupelo honey. So he's one of the first to, other than her, to grow it. And I commented on it. And I said, oh, I can't wait to grow this. So I thought the person reached out to me with it because she saw that, but she did not. So meant to be. There was a God wink. Thank you very much. This next one I just got, it's strange to say that I think this was my first ever order from Victory Seeds. Weird, right? I order from everywhere. And I'm not sure. I mean, their shipping prices are crazy. But if it was overseas, I wouldn't blink an eye. So I'm not really sure why I haven't. There hasn't really been anything that they have that I don't already have. Like James Maxwell gave me Earl. I've had Craig LaHoulier himself give me a few things. I've had friends who are really good friends with Craig give me a few things. But there were a couple things that I did not have. So I did place it. And no, I won't even say that. So I've received orders here from other people, I'll put it that way, but not for myself. And I think this one is in my mailbox today. I just saw in my USPS email. This one is called Prices Purple, or Purple Price. These photos are from Tomato Faifu, so it is not new, but I did not know about it before. Has anybody, Eva, are you out there? Have you grown it? I don't know if she's out there or not. Sue, is Therese, is Van Morrison, does he have a Tupelo honey song? I don't know. Thanks, Linda. I'm really excited too. Really, it's going to be a tearjerker. Hi, me and my shadow. Thanks for being here. Jamie, I know. Jen and I have talked before about, and I think we've mentioned it to Ken Fry too, like doing a meetup, like seed swap type thing. Unfortunately, no matter where we pick, it's not going to be convenient, but wouldn't it be great to do a group-wide meet up. It'd be great, really great. Justin, you're saying some wacky things, my friend. I'll just say it. Drones are probably military defender drones in case of Russian tensions. Who knows? Somebody was on TV yesterday and said it was Iran, and there's a mothership off the coast of New Jersey, and they're sending out these drones. It sounds really wacky to me. Let's talk about tomatoes. Price is purple. It's a 90-day indeterminate, remarkable flavor for many equivalent to Cherokee purple. Divine blend of the sweetness of pinks and the assertive character of blacks. Sign me up right there. That was from Tomato Faifu. Victory Seed says, produces lots of oblate 8-ounce to over 1 pound purple tomatoes. And I think this is Craig saying this on Victory Seeds. He says the same color as Cherokee purple, which you can pretty much tell. On tall, rather spindly potato leaf vines. The flavor is rich, delicious, and balanced nicely between sweet and tart. Has anybody else grown it? Hey, Heidi, we were talking about you a couple minutes ago. I just looked over, and there you are. Donna in the chat is looking to do a green stalk full of micros. And I told her we can talk, and I can give her some recommendations. And then somebody mentioned Gigi's. This is the talented breeder behind Gigi's, behind my new favorite micro, which is Paws Pride. You can get these at Secret Seed Cartel. Glad you're here, Heidi. And thanks. I'm glad you like my hat. It says it has both an interesting provenance and pedigree. It was sent to Craig LaHoulier from scientist and amateur plant breeder Tad Smith in 1991. And if you've grown this, please let us know. I've got to get back to some comments. Tad described how the variety was bred in a 2016 email to Craig. He wrote, "The story goes back to 1987 when I was a PhD graduate student at Virginia Tech. One of the lab technicians had family in Willis, Virginia, and gave me some heirloom tomato seed. It was good, but not much different than the Brandywines. I was taking a plant breeding course at Virginia Tech and decided to do a project with the pink potato leaf tomato from Willis, Virginia. I crossbred it with the first purple or chocolate tomato that was available at the time, called Purple Calabash. It was a dreadful shaped cat-faced tomato. During the winter months, I did the cross-pollination in the lab window of Price Hall at Virginia Tech, hence the name. The F2 seeds were planted in a tomato disease trial at Virginia Tech, and I looked through hundreds of plants for the best plant, 1 out of 16, that expressed the potato leaf and purplish recessive trait. The fruit was good, but still somewhat rough. In the following years, I crossed this selection with Ozark Pink, a new variety at the time released by the University of Arkansas, and repeated the process. The final stabilized tomato variety is Price's Purple. It has a wonderful taste and is remarkably early for a large fruited variety. Price's Purple did exceptionally well during a rather difficult growing season with drastically fluctuating temperatures and unseasonable rain. It was released by Victory Seed Company to the gardening public for the 2025 season. So let me give you guys the link to get it from, I think I put it in here, at Victory Seeds. Here it is. Let me copy and paste. Sure sounds good, does it not? Okay, that's Price's Purple or Purple Price. Let me go back for some comments. Hey, Cordaro. Hi, Ansel. Hey, buddy. How are you? I haven't seen you guys in a while. Glad you're here. He's our tomato head in training, one of our tomato heads in training. We've also got Sam's son, Owen, and we've got Junie, and we've got a whole bunch of tomato heads in training. My apologies for anybody I'm forgetting. So I'm glad you're here, Ansel. Justin, my Verde de las Landas seems to be taking, so fingers crossed ahead of Monday's 40 degrees Celsius heat wave. Ooh, yes, fingers crossed. Can't wait. Yes, you're going to be our test bunny. If you tell me it's not good, I'm going to cry because it's in my top 5 of most anticipated for sure. And Heidi says, oh, yay, Gigi's Glory. Paws Pride is a yum too. It is. Deep, deep It looks like pink Berkeley tie-dye, but in a smaller fruit. Delicious. Jen says, I just got seeds for both of Heidi's varieties, and I'm starting some seeds for them this weekend. I'm so excited to try them. You're in for a treat. And we're getting some highs for Ansel out there. Nice to have you, buddy. Okay, so this next one was my most wanted until earlier today. Another Spanish one, not a surprise. I could only find a listing on Tomato Faifu for it. So I just couldn't find any way to purchase it. But James Maxwell, one of my tomato angels who finds me so many great things, way too good to me, but I'm very grateful. Negro de Jaén. I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation. It's from Spain. Not quite a pink though, is it? It's got kind of like a muted brick color, which is super interesting. Yeah, how else would you describe that color? Like a rusty, right? Rusty cinnamon type color. According to Tomato Faifu, they're out of stock at the moment. Did I put I don't know if I put the link to this one in or not. I didn't. You can find it at Tomato Faifu. Oops, I forgot to do Instagram again. Hang on. Go live. That's all right. Only an hour late. I keep forgetting. If I go live on Instagram with the beginning music, for some reason they kick me off, even though it's royalty-free music and I've got a license code. So I keep meaning to go live there after the music, and I get so excited, I forget. So now we're starting an hour into it. That's all right. Still more tomatoes to talk about. Negro de Jaén. It's also, there's also another spelling of it. It might start with a Z, the Z-A-E-N. I'm not sure, but I know this is the correct Spanish pronunciation, or spelling rather. Heirloom variety originating from the village of Siles in the Provence of Jaén, Spain. Fruit weighing 250 to 350 grams. Beefsteak type, round, flattened at the poles and ribbed at the top. Reddish brown, rusty skin. I guess I didn't come up with the rusty. Thought I did. Sometimes with some green traces on the shoulders. Oh, I love it. Look at the looks of this. And kind of that greenish, yellowish seeds and goo too. Dense and juicy purple beef flesh, rich, delicious flavor, traditional or different from traditional black ones. Plant with moderate development, regular foliage, indeterminate growth. Mid-season, better the second half of the season. So that is Negro de Jaén, which is no longer my most wanted, but it was. And thank you, James, for bailing me out with another one. It's fantastic. Drones distractions. $1 billion defense bill passed today. No more comments on drones from me. In relation to the drones, I know they were having some kind of a hearing today about the drones. I'm hoping that when I turn on the news later tonight that I find out some good news. The 2 brick-colored tomatoes I tasted so far were very good. This looks good also. Yeah, I grew Rusted Soul this year. Thanks to Jen, actually. She did a review on it last season, and I don't remember if it was her number 1 favorite tomato, but it was up there. And so I got seeds from Tomato Galaxy, and they were great. They were great. They kind of had that rough, rusty look on the exterior, and then like a green tricolor on the inside. It was really fantastic. This next one is another one I got from a member. It was either on Seed Seeking Saturday. I put it a while ago. I think I've had it for a few weeks now. Or it could have been in my most wanted too. If you don't use our most wanted post, do so. You can always have one in there, one at a time. And so when somebody finds your variety, which hopefully will happen, you just delete it and put up a new one. It's great. It's great because one nice thing about our community, which is Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, we love to see everybody get their seeds. It's not everybody out for themselves. You know, we trip over ourselves to provide people with their most wanteds or Seed Seeking Saturday or whatever. So use it. It's there for a reason. You can find it in our featured carousel and in our guides if you can't find it. It shouldn't be too far up the news feed because I know a couple things have changed there today. And if you don't like what you've got up there, by the way, delete it and put up a new one. There's no rules against that. It's just only one at a time. And we ask that you don't put things like any Jarson, any Kazula, things like that. Put up one, please. Just choose one variety. That's a bit easier. Oh, I see, Diane, I see your message. You think it's hard to find your previous most wanted in that thread? Shouldn't be. Kina cleaned up recently. I've been cleaning it up the last couple days. Yeah, it really shouldn't be. I mean, it's long, but anything that's dead has been removed, so you just have to scroll a bit. Hi, Chastity. Started watching on Instagram. Had to switch here because the quality up here is way better. And Chastity, I'm glad because I forgot to press play on Instagram until like 5 minutes ago, not even. So shows an hour into it already, and I forgot. So glad you're here. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Can't find mine there either. Just scroll, guys. It's all cleaned up. It shouldn't really take that long. Anything that's really super old has been removed. Yeah, just do a search. I thought it was. I haven't looked in a while. Yeah, we're good about cleaning it up. I just cleaned up more today and either yesterday or a couple days ago. So while it is ongoing, we have it ongoing for a reason, because there's some people that may still be looking for stuff from 47 weeks ago. And then any extraneous comments. And we do ask that you don't put things like if somebody has a most wanted, we ask that you don't then go on theirs and say like, I'm looking for this too. It's things like that. And while it's great that you're looking for it, you add it as your most wanted, not trying to be a pain in the neck here at all, but it just helps to keep the feed clean. Appreciate that. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so that's Negro de Jaén. So anyway, I had started saying, yes, no piggybacking, yes. And we have one in Pepper Lovers Collective and Swap also. And if we see people, by the way, getting back to that comment about not finding yours, if we find duplicates, we remove one of them. Not both, we're not jerks, but we remove them. So if we can find duplicates, you can find your duplicate for sure. You can be a pain in the neck anytime you want. Well, thank you. Thank you. Jen, Keena, and I do our best. All right, this next one, I say for like the third time, this was gifted to me a little while ago. It was in Seed Seeking Saturday or Most Wanted, I think. It's called Bellezza Viola or Violet Beauty. I'm not sure I need to read a description because I think the color and the looks of this say it all. Let's just pause for a moment and look at it. Bellezza Viola. This is from Italy. And I do have a link. The only place I can find it for sale, I've seen it at Russian vendors, but Jennifer Bella, who we love from Etsy shop Head to My Toes in Canada, she has it. However, the Canadian strike is going on, so her shop is on pause at the moment, but I do have the direct link if you want to keep an eye on it, or maybe reach out to her directly and see, if she will be selling it again. Let me do that before I forget, before I read any more, because this is not the most gorgeous tomato. Oh, I hear Rory the Wonder Cat up there screaming. Okay, did I put it up there? Yeah, I just put in the comments, Jennifer Bella's shop, Head to My Toes. Heidi, I know. Oh my God, I'm drooling. Let me move my awesome sauce thing. How can I come to you guys like each week and sometimes every day and not have this stuff situated? I don't know. She says, I'm drooling. And then I know, Heidi, a ribbed heart. Huh? I know. You're a much more gifted breeder than I. By the way, this is one of mine, Heidi. Look. This is one of my Drop the Micros. Exciting, right? Keep waiting for it to ripen. Probably isn't ripening because I've been taking it out from under the grow light every day and putting it back here. Linda, that's a beauty. I know. It's stunning. Let me tell you about it. From Jennifer Bella, or Head to My Toes, she says, Bellezza Viola tomato is a large Italian heart with streaks of green and gold lightning running up and down its red burgundy sides. By the way, the person who gave it to me, I know, is watching today, and thank you very, very much. It says, early to the garden, the plant becomes heavy with fruit and requires staking. And then from one Russian site I found it on, they say, mid-season, indeterminate, bush height up to 1.8 meters. Fruits are elongated hearts with edges weighing up to 350 grams. Rich purple color with stripes along the entire length of the fruit, with dense, oily, fleshy pulp. Excuse me, practically seedless. Interesting, that interior doesn't, well, it looks pretty meaty. Excellent balanced taste. Oh, that was from domash.pomodoro.ru. Here's another Russian site. I thought I saw it on too. From tomat.pomodoro.ru, they say it's a smart and cheerful variety thanks to its beautiful fruits. I love translations, don't you? They're fun. Fruits that have reached full maturity have a deep purple color with a clearly expressed artistic painting all over the fruit. Heart-shaped with clearly visible edges. Average weight is 250 to 300 grams. The pulp is dense, oily, with a small number of seeds. I think sometimes these places kind of copy each other's verbiage, if you will. The taste characteristics, or borrow, I should say, not steal. The pulp is dense, oily, small number of seeds. Taste characteristics are excellent. The plant is tall, well-leaved. Fruiting is long throughout the entire growth period. So that is Bellezza Viola. Has anybody grown it? Oh, Chastity, you had me at sourdough. I do have another loaf tonight. It's in the fridge. Yeah, Donna, I'm not sure if you missed that I said that. She's on break right now because of the Canadian strike. But she is in our group if you want to private message her and find out. I mean, they don't know when the Canadian strike will be over. But Jennifer Bella is in our group. Really nice person. And she's the only person I found that I would be able to order from. But maybe, I'm good at tomato research, but there are many people who are good at tomato research. So maybe write down the name if you guys are interested. Do your own research. I'm guessing you may find more with Bellezza Viola than Violet Beauty since it is Italian, but check it out. It looks extraordinary. Sherva says Violet Beauty looks amazing. I know. Oh, thanks, Heidi. Wow, that means so much coming from you. I've got some other things I'm working on too. I appreciate it, my sweet friend. It's so nice to see you. It's been a while. And I'm hearing great things about your rare, what is it? Somebody mentioned the name again. I keep forgetting. Your rare tomato grow out. Everybody's posting pictures of their seeds. You're a gem for hosting that on your Instagram. Mary says, so cute. The tomato's so cute. It's cute. It's beautiful. It's extraordinary. I'm super excited. And Chastity says, need it on 2 pieces of sourdough with some mayo and bacon. I'll leave off the bacon. I did discover a really good mushroom bacon, believe it or not, which I know probably doesn't sound great to many of you guys, but it's king oyster mushroom, which is really meaty and chewy. And it's really, really good. Even my son, who still eats meat, he thinks it tastes really good. Shervis's Violet Beauty looks amazing. Blah, blah. Can you recommend any tomatoes from Sicily? I'll have to look through my spreadsheet. I know I've grown many Italian ones, but Sicily specifically, I'm going to have to check. Challenge accepted. Hang on. Even I have to watch my own show with a notebook and pen. Sicily. Blah, blah. I love your nickname, blah, blah. You just made a wheat starter yesterday. Excellent. I have not tried that. Oh, Mary, the Drop the Micro. So cute. Thank you. I've got 3 different variants. I'm only calling this original one Drop the Micro now. And Kina just grew out one. I gave her seeds for I gave her F1 seeds. So she just grew out an F2 that's completely different from any of the variants I had elsewhere. What did we decide to call it? Magic Micro. We're calling it Magic Micro. It had a really good brick score too. It was just kind of, I think like a deep orange. Didn't look like much, but she said it tasted good. So that is going to be another one, hopefully be stabilizing, called Magic Micro. Isn't that a clever name? I think so. Chassis, mushroom bacon sounds great. I'm finding it in more grocery stores now. It's not just the health food store. It's called like My Bacon, like MY as in mycorrhizal, like for mushrooms, something like that. And you can find it in my grocery store. You can find it where there's like vegan cheeses and stuff like that. Really, really good. And frying pan's delicious. Hi, Gibe. First time on the lives. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Oh, it is called My Bacon, right? We've talked about this before, Heidi. You haven't been able to find it? Yeah, I just saw it the other day. Although honestly, I'm a hoarder that a couple months ago I bought a bunch of packs of them because I thought my ShopRite, which is our local grocery store in like the tri-state area, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, it's ShopRite. I'm not sure how much further they go out than the tri-state area, but my ShopRite tends to they'll have like this great plant-based thing and then it will disappear forever. So I was afraid of that, but I'm seeing it more and more. Go to the ShopRite at Hawk Point on Route 31 before you get to Washington. That one looks amazing, says Lisa. I know it. Oh no, Justin, now I can't unsee this. Don't look at So Diverse Irish Heirloom Tomatoes online. It's a total rabbit hole. I wonder if this is one that I saw earlier when I was trying to research something. I don't remember the Irish heirloom part, though. Oh, Justin. Thank you. That is a rabbit hole that I will be going down. Claudia, Morinda is a tomato from Sicily. Yes, and that is one I'm growing next year. I forgot that. Yes, it's also known as Sicilian Morinda. Thank you. I featured that on my show just a couple weeks ago. Glad you're keeping me on my toes, Claudia. Sprouts has My Bacon. We don't have Sprouts around here, unfortunately. I've heard good things about it, though. Francis wants to know if any of you ever seen seeds specifically from Malta in the Mediterranean. My boss vacationed there and is looking for some. I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but maybe somebody here can answer that for you. Heidi says her ShopRite's been out. Oh, interesting, Tara Dove. I researched the My Bacon and it is not available outside the tri-state area, so not here in Southwest Virginia. Wow, I'm shocked. Because usually, ShopRite's not exactly a mecca of food for people that eat plant-based normally. It makes sense. And there's also, Heidi, if you go into Clinton, Basil Bandwagon carries it. That's where I just saw it recently. But, and maybe it wasn't ShopRite. I thought it was, though. That's a shame. I thought it was now like getting nationwide. You have it at Publix, just check. Awesome sauce. I should get like a kickback or something. My Bacon. It's very good. It looks kind of gross in the package, but when you fry it in a pan, I'm telling you, I can't tell the difference. It's really great. So that would be great on a sandwich. All right, let's move on with more tomatoes. So that was Bellezza Viola. We've given it lots of screen time. Hate to move on, but we've got good stuff to cover. Next one. Another gift from another, maybe today's all gifts from everybody. Actually, the next one I don't have. Thank you. If you're watching and you gave this one to me, thank you. It's called Belle Amitié. I don't speak French really well at all. Belle Amitié, or Beautiful Friendship. As far as I know, this can only be found at Cultivate My Street or Cultive Taru. Let me put the link in. And again, If you see anything you like during my shows, write it down, put it in Most Wanted, save it for Seed Seeking Saturday. And by the way, Seed Seeking Saturday is open all week. It's not just Saturday. So you can put stuff up there now. 5 varieties. We offer 5 new varieties every week. That's one that you can't change, though. If you get something for Seed Seeking Saturday, you can't add a new one. 5 per week. But Most Wanted, you can add a new one each time. Okay. Where is it? Here it is. Beautiful Friendship, Belle Amite. Put the link in the comments. I know they don't ship, unless they've changed anything, to the United States. But for those of you overseas, maybe you can get your hands on it or put it in Most Wanted. Maybe somebody else has it. This is from France, stabilized by Bruno Huchet, which I believe he is affiliated with Cultivate My Street. The story behind it is a variety that appeared at Safta Marcos in Romania. It comes from an off-type during the cultivation of a strain of Cazula 133 that Bruno brought to him during his stay at Safta. They both stabilized the present strain to offer us this very beautiful variety that had considered calling the friendship. Beautiful variety that they had considered calling friendship. Oh, they were going to call this friendship alone. But this variety already exists for 2 other tomatoes, so they decided to call it Beautiful Friendship. Very pretty orange fruits with large pink marbling, delicious and sweet flesh, a very nice variety to discover and enjoy in salad. I have this on my 2025 grow list. Sungoon. You know my area? The shop rate is on Route 31. I think the mailing address would be Washington, New Jersey. Maybe Hampton, New Jersey. I know it's like the next county over from me, but it's only like 5-10 minutes away. So if you're looking for that particular store, actually maybe check first, because it was there last time I saw it. I was in there, but it has been a while. So, but definitely Basil Bandwagon in Clinton if you're local. It's in Hawk Point Country Club. Not in the country club, but like right outside of it. Golf course. I've just posted Beautiful Friendship today. Well, thank you, my friend. It's a beautiful friendship. I wasn't going to call you out. Thank you, Ken, very, very much. It's gorgeous, this coloring. I have to laugh at this photo a little bit, and I don't know if this is true or not, but the interior, it looks like, that they've got the exterior there with a sign by it, Amite, Belle Amite, and then the interior, it's almost like they were so excited to eat it that they started cutting into it, and I've done this before. They started cutting into it, and they're like, ooh, I need an interior shot. So I feel like I can see a knife slice down there. Could totally be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. Oh, here's Eva. Belle Amite is a super tasty tomato. Love it. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate anybody sharing comments about anything I share. That's good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I would assume if they have the one at the Basil Bandwagon in Clinton, they'll have it in Flemington. That's a bigger store. Oh, look who's here. Inspired Garden Life. Our friends from Inspired Garden Life are here. If you're joining late, and I'm glad you're here, if you're joining late, I shared at the beginning of the show, today is the last day, our new friends from Inspired Garden Life, who have the most fantastic tomato and gardening t-shirts ever. All the 3 pages of tomato shirts that I was going to say I don't own. I do now. Well, they're on their way. And they're giving us, this is Tim and Darylyn, the owners. They decide in the second half of their life to follow their passion for gardening and to put out these wonderful gardening shirts. And so today is the last day to get by Christmas, only in the United States for now. And it's also the last day of their holiday sale, 25% off. And on top of that, they're off, and with every 2 shirts, it ships free. 15% off with the code TLC15. Please pass that on to all your gardening groups. Glad you're here. It's nice to see you. Okay, let's get back to Belle Amite. I sure move slowly, don't I? Thank you guys for bearing with me. Okay, how many do we have after this? A few. And yes, again, thank you, Kim, for seeds for this. Appreciate it. Next one. KC 146. I do not have seeds for this. And I just happened upon it in my travels recently. It's otherwise known as Campbell's, or also known as Campbell's 146. It's got an interesting story, so I thought I'd throw it on there today. Did I get seed? No, I was looking at something else from Experimental Farm Network, which is a vendor I love. They've got some great stuff there, not just tomatoes, but I love their basil. They've got my favorite basil is Rihani, African, and Opal Basil Cross. It's fantastic. It's got like some purple, some green, frillies, sometimes not frilly. It's great. But they sell this there. And so I clicked on it. I'm like, oh, this is a cool story. This is the original world famous Campbell's Soup Company soup tomato, bred in New Jersey, home of the drones, by Campbell's breeder George B. Reynard and released in 1956. The tomato soup can, painted by Andy Warhol in 1962, no doubt was full of these tomatoes, which were once grown by farmers across southern New Jersey. Today, this rare commercial heirloom is mostly grown by home gardeners in the region where it was developed. The fruit itself is globe-shaped with a sweet and sour flavor, making it more than suitable for fresh eating, canning, or cooking. It's a great sandwich slicer, productive semi-determinate plants with mid-season maturity. And then Rutgers University has a very important, prominent agricultural department. If you do a lot of tomato research, chances are you've come across, they have databases of all these tomatoes. So this next reading I'm going to do is from their site. They say, developed by Campbell's Soup Company as a processing tomato and released in 1956, this variety was wilt and crack resistant and better flavored than other processing types. It was eventually replaced with newer varieties with more disease resistance. Campbell's maintained the KC 146 stock as their flavor standard. We agree this is one tasty tomato, suitable for growing in containers. Determinants can often be suitable for growing in containers. Let me get you guys the link. Oh, Sasha, I'm not giving away anything until after the holidays. I'm very far behind. But always nice to see #tomato. Let me get you the link. Where is it? And if you've never been to Experimental Farm Network, please check them out. They're fantastic. They've got a little bit of everything. And a lot of really important breeders there too. Okay, where's the link? Here we go. Putting this in the comments right now. Boom, there we go. I love Campbell's tomato soup. I know, me too. I'm going to have to try it. Sounds amazing. It does. It does. Oh, Sam's grown it. KC 146 is amazing. Really good to know, Sam. Thanks. Otherwise known as Campbell's 146. Chastity says, oh, wow, by Campbell's. I bet it's good for making soup. Yeah, or sauce. You're 5 minutes from Flemington. Did I know this, Sangoon? I'm not sure I did. My husband and I are both from Flemington. We went to high school there. So my parents had a house there. I kind of grew up there. That's very cool. I'm not sure if I knew that, I apologize. We're kind of out in the boondocks. So I'm not used to people being local. Heidi was a surprise. Me and my shadow 1234 says, I don't have that one for Campbell's, but I do have a few for Campbell and Heinz. Yeah, there's a lot of numbered ones for them. Hi, Kurt. Interesting. Glad you're here, Kurt. Justin says, we're growing the 1930s Australian version of the Campbell's soup tomato this year. Interesting. And Missy says, I have Campbell's 146. And Son says, I have KC 146 from Rutgers Experiment Station 3 years ago. Very cool. Very cool. I knew about the Campbell's varieties. I didn't know it was also called KC 146. And I never read the full write-up on this particular one, so I thought it was really cool. Justin says Campbell's 33 is the Australian one, and it's a short season, cold tolerant, determinate variety. It's very good to know. Not surprising that it's cold tolerant, but very good to know. Okay. This next one, I'm sad to say, I did all kinds of research and I can't find a place to order it, but I did receive it from one of my tomato angels. It's called Striped Millionaire. There's a regular millionaire that was relatively easy to find. He got these as a gift from a vendor overseas, and he gave me some seeds. I found one listing for the striped version. And the gift was from Tomato Eden. She doesn't have it listed for sale, so I'm guessing she has very few of them. And maybe she's giving them out to others as gifts too. I would think she is. But let me give you the link to the one place I found it listed. I think I did. Yeah, here we go. It's another Russian site. So if you can't access Russian sites, I know many in Ukraine are not able to access Russian sites, unfortunately, or maybe not unfortunately for them. Okay, here's the link to a listing of it in Russia. Photo on the right is from the seed packet, and then the photo on the left is from that site that I just put up the link for in Russia. Here's what I know about it. From that site I just listed from Russia, it says it's an indeterminate up to 1.8 meters, mid-season. You want to form 2 to 3 stems. Fruits are red-orange, painted with numerous golden stripes, weighing 200 to 400 grams. Very tasty and productive. In the middle zone, it is better to grow in a greenhouse. And then I asked Tatiana about it directly. She says it's a mid-early variety, 150 to 170 centimeters tall. Fruiting begins at 50 to 60 days. She says it's a very hardy variety. It has a relative resistance to diseases. Super variety. The taste is amazing. That's why I had to feature it on the show. Recommended for fresh consumption in salads. So that's Striped Millionaire. If anybody else can find a place for, you'll find a lot of Millionaire. We're looking for the striped one. Please let me know so I can put that out to others. It looks real and sounds really, really great. Cardaro says, thank you for giving us some vendor sites to browse later. Ansel's sister has her second birthday party today, so we have to run. We'll finish watching later. Happy birthday to Ansel's little sister. 2. Life is good. Life is good. Rowena says, Lauren, we will be counting on you to grow the seeds for the varieties that there aren't any vendors to buy from. I must save the tomatoes. There's no 2 ways about it. I must save the tomatoes. And believe me, that is my intention. I don't really like featuring things that you can't find for sale elsewhere. You know, I'm certainly not a na. I have seeds. And sometimes I feature stuff that I don't have seeds for. A lot of times I do, that are still hard to find, but I'm obsessed with it. The show is things I'm obsessed with that week, right? Inspire Garden Life says, happy birthday to Ansel's little sister. Tim and Darylyn, Ansel is one of our tomato heads in training. I think he's 5, maybe 6 now. And he's a tomato head who has brought a lot of joy to our life and our lives. And Linda says, happy birthday also. Okay, let's move on to something technically you can purchase. And did I do them backwards? When I put these up, I started thinking, I think I've featured these before, but they're worth a second gander. This is, did I not put the other one? Let's look at this one first. This is called Green Prince, and I'm almost certain that I've shared these before, but I didn't realize until after I created the slideshow. So let's take a look at it again. This is a variety, both the ruffled and the regular, are from Denmark, from a woman named Camilla Plum. She's got a seed site called Fugelgards something. I will put the link in the comments. I was able to order from the United States Camilla Plum's Farm Shop is what it is in English. Let me get you the link. Again, if you've grown anything that I'm talking about, please let me know. So let me tell you about green prints. The listing from Camilla Plum says black tomatoes sometimes split into green tomatoes. And this one is perhaps even better than its ancestor, black prints. Thin-skinned, fleshy, mid-season, sweet, flavorful, perfect round tomatoes that don't crack. Tall plant that produces tomatoes for a long period. If you've watched me at all, you know I love green tomatoes. I don't love all green tomatoes, but I am a sucker for green tomatoes or green tricolor, things like that. So she had, I think she had something else I wanted. Surprise, surprise. I had never heard of her until recently. So I ordered it, and then I ordered this, and then the ruffled version. Look at this ruffled version. Oops, wrong one. Wrong way. The green prints ruffled. That looks outstanding. Let's read about the green prints ruffled. She says it's a spontaneous variety, much larger, with more curls than our green prints, and with all the fruity taste and consistency of the really good green tomatoes. Quite early, lush, medium height, does not need much pruning. So that is green prints and green ruffled. Hi, Mr. Roberts. Has anyone grown Korean long tomatoes? Not I, said the fly, but maybe somebody has. I am looking for a green variety called Korean planter, which I've only seen listed one place overseas, far, far away where I can't order it. Oh, Jen, I just ordered 4 shirts from Inspire Garden Life. I wonder if we got any of the same. I bet we did. I bet we did. Tim and Darylyn, Jen is my co-host of Tomato Talk Live. I'll have to have you meet. You're both sets of you are some of the kindest, nicest people I've ever met in my life. And Jen and I have a lot of fun. She's also my co-admin along with Kina of Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. So there's green prints ruffled, and there's one more. And unfortunately, I'm sad to say it's another one that I am not sure you can get anywhere. If you can be a better researcher than I, that's great. So I did a trade with a vendor from France, and actually I sent her Bananas Noir, my tomato. And then she sent me, I didn't even tell her I was obsessed with Spanish tomatoes this year, but she sent me a whole bunch of Spanish tomatoes. And this is one of them. Not that. This Spanish rose on the seed packet she gave me. It's Ispanskaya Rosa from Spain. I know very little about it other than it looks fantastical. It looks awesome sauce, cool beans, and all the things in between. I do have the one listing where I got the information from, which I will share. Are you guys, is it good for me to put the links in? Are you enjoying me putting the links in even if you can't order? Does it help you with your own research? I hope so. I think it's the first time I've done that. Okay. The link for the one, why is a Spanish tomato only on a Russian site? I don't know. But if you can find it elsewhere, again, please let me know privately so we can share with everybody. Spanish rose. The origin of the Spanish rose variety is unknown. The seeds were brought to Russia from Spain by Spanish farmers. Mid-season, tall, indeterminate. The variety is resistant to diseases, productive, bears fruit until frost. The leaf is ordinary, the regular leaf. What else? The height of the bush is up to 1.7 meters. The fruits are brown pink, almost black. That and the Negro de Jaén, a little bit different from the pink Spanish ones I've been collecting lately. Brown pink, almost black. When I got I don't even know how I found it, because if you Google Spanish rose tomato or Ispanskaya Rosa, I don't know how I happened upon this, honestly. It must have been with Ispanskaya Rosa, because I tried to Google Spanish rose again before the show and I came up with nothing. But I guess it makes sense if a Spanish farmer brought it to Russia, maybe it's just not all that well known. I don't know, but the color, when I saw it, I was like, oh, gorge. Fruits are brown, pink, almost black, beautifully round, sweet. Fruit weight is up to 400 grams. Pulp is sugary, tasty, fleshy, few seeds. And then it says for making salads and juice. I'm not juicing this thing. I'm eating this thing. That is for sure. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the links, Missy. I'm glad. My computer doesn't speak all these languages. It's funny. I was talking to Kina earlier and telling her about that Hungarian site I just finally got an order from. And Kina, she could rival me as a tomato researcher for sure. She knows everything. And she couldn't get that one the Hungarian one to translate. I was telling her I couldn't get it. I use it quite a bit in the microdwarf, not quite a bit, a few times in the microdwarf resource spreadsheet, because there's some varieties that they have that I just can't find anywhere else. But what would happen is I would click on it, it would come up for a second and then shut down, almost like I wasn't allowed to see it. But 6 weeks or so ago, and I placed my order with them, it came up, it stayed up, it was in English, so I was happy. But yes, I think my Google Chrome automatically translates a lot. Certain things on my phone and my iPad, I have to go to like Google Translate. And if it's a website that you're trying to order seeds from, it is a pain to translate, I know. Tim and Darylyn say, Jen, oh my God, thank you. It's so nice. It's so nice. Satya, Spanish rose, look at that goo, yummy. I know it, my friend. This one's definitely on my grow list for next year. Justin says, maybe Inspire Garden Life brings out some Mrs. Tomato Head and Jen Joy shirts. Aw. Jen and Lauren, they say, 2 peas in a pod. Looks like you both love the same things. We do. We do. I'm so glad that you guys have unofficially met. I'm going to have to get you both in touch with each other. Jen has a very, very popular tomato YouTube page called Jen Joy. Check her out, Tim and Darylyn. She's so much fun, so sweet, adorable, and everything you see is actually what you get when it comes to Jen. She's a good egg, good tomato. Excuse me, just a few more, and then we're going to have to shut it down, unfortunately. RDB Tunerin, I'm sorry about the pronunciation of your name. Tuinayirin? Anyone have a tip for a small fruit cherry yellow tomato with stripes? Taste isn't important. It may also be green with stripes. Earliness and small fruits are important. Are you talking about a regular plant or are you talking about a microdwarf? I just saw a new one today, I think, on the Johnny's site. It's an F1. Was it like Golden Bumblebee or something like that? Or Golden Bee? I think it was gold with stripes. Trying to think of others. Yellow, small fruit cherry, yellow tomato with stripes. Interesting. I'm not sure why nothing comes to mind. I know of green cherries. Do I know green? What about Green Bumblebee? Right? Green Bumblebee by Fred Hempel. Sunrise Bumblebee is a yellow one. Who else? I'm a little behind. Sunrise Bumblebee. Thank you, Diana. Is Lucky Tiger green? You would know better than I would. I thought. Oh, I grew Pink Tiger. That's why I'm thinking it wasn't green. Yes, you're right. Lucky Tiger. That's a good one. And RDB found Green Tiger. Good. Excellent. And Justin says, Useful Seeds has the Rosa Melilero, Spanish pink beefsteak tomato. I know. And mine got lost. Confiscated by customs. Unfortunately. That was on my order along with Verde de las Landas, which is no longer in stock there, by the way. I know I'm not the only one that had problems. No fault of their own. But that, unfortunately, I lost a lot in that order, and I'm sad. But a good friend had given me seeds for Verde de las Landas anyway, so I'm very grateful. I've never had a green bumblebee. Okay, gang. Well, that's it for today. Let's go quickly through what we talked about. Again, today's your last day to get by Christmas for Inspired Garden Life. Their website, do I have the banner up? It's inspiredgardenlife.com. Here they are, all ready to go. Inspiredgardenlife.com. They're having 25% off just until, I think, the end of today. And then with our special code, they're giving us TLC15, an additional 15% off, free shipping with 2 shirts or more, and you will be addicted because even if you don't want a tomato shirt, there's stuff about being a seed hoarder on there. If you like cats, you're in for a treat too. And Tim, I'm not sure if it's Tim or Daryl, I'm watching or both, but I didn't even get into the whole cat thing. I'm a cat lover. They've got all kinds of cute things. If you're a plant hoarder, like check them out. And it's a really great deal with their discounts. Thank you to Tim and Darylyn for offering us a special discount. And please share this with your other gardening groups also. 15% off with TLC 15. Okay. And then the tomato, my most wanted for this week is Rosa Sutile or Subtle Rose, also from Spain. My OMG variety, I think this will be a new one for the show, whatever OMG variety per week. Thank you to the person/people behind giving me seeds for Terra Nova Farm, Teresa Smith's new Tupelo Honey. I can hardly believe it. I'm staring at it and just drooling. Thank you. Price is Purple, which you can find at Victory Seeds. Also, Tomato Faifu sells it as well. Negro de Jaén, which is another Spanish one with that brick kind of terracotta cinnamon coloring. Bellezza Viola, which is just a showstopper from Italy. Belle Amati from France, Bruno Huige. I apologize about the spelling. You can find that at Cultivate Your Street or Cultive Tarou in France. KC 146 or Campbell's 146. This is the tomato that's in the historical Campbell's tomato soup. Striped Millionaire, which you can only find on that Russian site, I think. Green Prince Ruffled from Denmark. Green Prince without the ruffles, also from Denmark. And Spanish Rose from Spain. So that is it, my friends. So make sure you go to the group. I will try to get it up within the next 20 minutes or so. We are announcing our 2025 list of grow out categories. We're adding more this year. We've got 2 more people, Linda Wicker Smith and Michael Kelly, who are going to each take a category for us. And we're beyond grateful for that. And we're all so excited about these categories. We really expanded on last year. So I will work on getting those up now. And otherwise, I'm not sure if I'll be doing any unboxings next week. Maybe tomorrow I could do one. We'll see. I really should be getting ready for the holidays. But thanks for joining. And I will see you at the very least, next Thursday for another fun-filled episode of Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. Oh, by the way, my shirt. Tim, I didn't show you my shirt. Things I do in my spare time. Grow tomatoes, water tomatoes, research tomatoes, dream about tomatoes, think about tomatoes, and can tomatoes. True story. All right, gang. Peace and love. Get your gratitude on and go grow tomatoes. Thank you so much, everybody.